being in Toastmaster, being in HR for so long, right? Meeting so many minds, maybe from past 1 decade you would have been meeting, right? Still, being over a decade in the hiring, what is one challenge which had been persistent in all the ages throughout?
Challenges from the candidates aspect.
From the hiring aspect, as in like you are the interviewer, and what is one consistent challenge you think?
The expectations and needs of the candidates
Uh-huh.
is evolving continuously.
Okay.
As I told you initially, it was to set up the basics, then it advanced to luxury, then it was towards entitlement.
Uh-huh.
So, giving them what they want, or trying to bridge between their needs and what the organization has to
Organization.
offer them, that is huge. First thing, the organization is ready to come forward and give for what they contribute.
Okay.
So that is one gap. And that evolving needs or the changes is something that continues to remain as a challenge,
Okay.
which as a recruiter or as a HR professional, we'll have to go that extra mile to explain them how things actually work, what do they get and when do they get and in what form they get it.
Form they get.
Yes.
So, do you feel that this understanding? See, previously, when say some 5 6 years back, when a HR comes, students in the PPT pre-placement talk, students would sit with their notebooks and they will jot down the points in the PPT,
Correct.
right? So we
Correct.
also encouraged to tell students that. But today, I feel that kids are more into get me the JD, let me see first what is the company offering me, and then I will make my mind if I have to sit for the company.
Correct.
Right? Colleges' perceptions have also changed.
Changed.
Previously, college was like, there is a company coming, sit for the recruitment. But now, people have to sign up if they are sitting for the recruitment. The many colleges would say students have to sign up, and then we have to find out if the students want this company or not. So sometimes when a candidate tells me, when a college tells me, we don't know if student wants this company.
Company.
How is that luxury a kid is taking?
As you rightly mentioned earlier in pre-placement talks, when I used to sit for my pre-placement talk, like the kid of that age in those times, I sit with my pen and paper to make a note of everything. Other than that, I would not have had multiple or diverse information about the organization that has come
Okay.
for hiring
Okay.
other than their website. Other than their
Yes.
website.
Yes.
But
Yes.
now, with social media being in place, there are so many avenues to know more about the organization, what is it into, and what are they doing, what are they offering, what are their growth plans.
Correct.
So, today, students do not look at the website directly. The first thing that they look at is more about the organization on LinkedIn.
Correct. Yes.
The second thing, once again, it is not the website, it is the Glassdoor,
True. The work culture.
the work culture.
True.
So they do a validation or an evaluation based on the reviews that are on the Glassdoor.
Yes.
And then they go towards the perks and benefits page of Glassdoor, the compensation aspect on Glassdoor. And once after they complete all their evaluation and validation, they check if that is going to give them a strong identity and visibility in this world. And
Okay.
finally, they decide if they have to sit through the hiring process of
Hiring
that
process of
organization or not.
true, true. And there's one more attribute to it. It's very, I don't know, from my point it is silly, but then dress code also plays a very vital role in choosing a company or leaving a company. They say casual suits us, formals doesn't suit us. So that becomes a very, very important factor to sit for the company as well. So the culture, work culture, makes a very important, plays a very important role for today's generation to say whether I want this company
I would boil down all these things or funnel it down to one aspect called innovation.
Okay.
In a sense, in earlier days, when someone is dressed in complete formals and they go for a job, they would be looked at with great respect. And if there
True.
are 100 organizations, all those 100 organizations will have a dress code policy in place. And as I told you, as days progress, the needs get evolved and changed. And there was one organization wanted to show a difference in the job market. And they said, it is not going to be formals on all days. You can come in business casuals. By taking that organization's idea as the best practice, other organizations started implementing it.
True.
And now that one organization had the first mover advantage and they stood a little above in the minds of the job
Job
seekers.
seekers.
And as days progressed in the recent days, it is not going to be business casuals. You can come in your shorts and t-shirts.
T-shirts as
You
well.
can wear your crocs,
Pajamas.
pajamas. So that one organization that initiated it became the forerunner, and they stand once again on the top in the minds of the job
Job
seekers.
seekers. Right.
So once again, who makes that first mover advantage in the job market as an employer first
Plays a vital role.
plays a vital role
Okay.
for the candidates to decide their place of career.
Place of career. True. That is also there. So I'm going to divert a little bit here. So another disruption today's market is hearing loud and clear is the job market situation. You know, for past 3 4 years how it had been, right? There's a bloodbath literally. And it's sad actually. A lot of careers are in stake, a lot of unemployability. But is it because of AI is taking human over?
AI is joining hands with human might be the right way to put it. It is
Okay.
not taking over human.
Okay.
In simple terms, if I have to explain that, um, now let's try. My father used to tell me this every day when he used to go to his workplace. He has to sign his attendance in a register
Yes.
at the doorstep and then
Yes.
enter into his workplace.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Things changed. The register was replaced with a biometric swipe,
Yes. Yes.
and the clerk or the peon or the administrative assistant used to take or maintains the record of the register and validates the attendance and gives the input to the payroll team.
Yes.
Now, someone from the administration team or from the HR still validates the attendance in the biometric swipe and gives the input. The biometric swipe did not take away the role of the clerk. The clerk learned to use the biometric swipe validation
Validations.
aspect. So AI will not take away human or take over humans' role. It will only partner with humans and facilitate and make their lives easy.
Yes. And then I can say that a lot of places, though they have biometric, they still have registers as well parallelly. This may sound very redundant, but then I think all academia at least follows this. They have a register, they have a biometric as well, because a lot of accrediting bodies expect physical evidences.
Sometimes the labor law necessitates all those aspects
True, true,
when it
true.
is not fully automated. So,
Yes.
till that point of time, both will continue
Both
to
would,
inhale.
yes, true. And it is double check as well,
It is a
right?
validation.
So you mean to say AI is not taking over jobs?
Definitely, it won't because AI can give you only the patterns.
Okay.
Humans will define the purpose.
Okay. So recently I visited a college, okay, and I was addressing the students and I was telling them, you have to spend some time preparing your resume, and these are the aspects. SWOT analysis has to come in place. You have to understand because your resume is actually worth so many questions for your HR interview.
Correct.
Your resume is your questionnaire for your HR interview. So the kid is like, you give me 10 15 minutes, I'll put it in AI and I'll get it to you. But predominantly, that is what is happening. Previously, we used to make a big hullabaloo about people putting it into resume builder or place like that, and get it out, right?
Correct.
Now AI has completely taken over that. Students don't have to sit and focus on resume building. So, how? Because AI is taken over there.
AI will definitely help you in building a resume,
Yes,
but it is up to the human to facilitate AI to build the right resume for the role.
for the whole. True.
So, how do I build my resume? I just give my inputs to AI, it generates a resume and then gives it back to me. Now, that will be like a one size fits all approach.
Correct. That's what I was wondering.
And that's not how it should be.
One size doesn't fit all.
It has to be completely custom made for the job description
Job
where
description, the person as well.
correct, exactly. For the job description, for the organization, for the hiring manager, basis the skill and knowledge that you possess.
True.
So, is my resume matching the job description? Is my resume matching the organization's business objectives for which I am applying for? Is it going to solve the problem or the challenge that the organization is experiencing at this moment, and will it mitigate? Now, these are the aspects that should be given as inputs to AI to build the right resume. And who gives that input?
The kid would be
It is
given.
automatically the human who has to give that input.
Yes, true.
That's why I told you AI will facilitate the process
Okay.
when you give AI the right input.
So that was my point also when I told the kids like AI should be used as an aid and it is not the holistic solution for all your problems. It's not like a Google, you keep on asking question and it keeps giving you answers. You should put it to use in the right way,
Right way.
right? But having said that, end of the day it is machine. So it is IQ, intelligence quotient. How do we evaluate it with the we can't teach empathy sympathy to a machine, right?
What AI gives you will be the framework or the structure. You
Yes,
cannot, it's artificial intelligence, the name
intelligence,
implies. Though
yes,
it
yes,
has
yes,
intelligence, it is purely artificial.
artificial.
Whereas ultimately the resume is going to land in the hand of a human who is going to make a decision. So where is the emotional part of it? Where is the connect? Where is the purpose or the objective? And that has to be given only as an input by the human, which could be done only by a human.
Human.
Human. So the emotional quotient and rationale makes the difference.
True. So that emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, which has to be brought in the right form, right, what to say, right percentage of emotions is needed in workplace, right?
Correct.
How to take it to the fresh minds and how to tell them that this is right way. See, because previously, even after COVID is over for so long, right? But still, people don't want to come to office.
Correct.
Corporates are struggling to bring them back to office till date, if I'm not wrong, right? So, getting that human connect is not something we are again ready to get back to, because previously it was like sitting in the desk hanging out with office people, taking a coffee breaks and all that, right? But now currently they want to sit in their luxury at home, work on their flexi times, and they don't want any connect at all
True.
with the people. They hardly know with whom they are working. The team members, one team is sitting here, one member is sitting in Chennai, one member might be sitting in
In a
Bangalore.
different city. Yeah.
Yes, all together, right? Across. So, how do they connect? How do they come on one umbrella? And how to teach this emotional intelligence right proportionate
Okay.
in the
Okay.
workplace?
So when pandemic hit the whole world, most organizations prepped themselves up to ensure business continuity, and we went completely remote. We
Exactly.
went completely remote.
Completely remote.
We did not even have an opportunity to come to our workplace at least for 2 full years. A lot of things were completed. We were able to get things done, but still at some point, almost 90 plus percentage of the organizations wanted to move to a hybrid mode. From 100 percentage remote.
True, because they found a great opportunity not to waste in infrastructure.
There are two reasons for companies to do that.
Okay.
One, legal aspects.
Okay.
There was a lot of breach of integrity. An employee was working for more than one organization parallelly. An incident
Correct.
happened in one of the metropolitan cities, which was reported on media as well. An employee was found to have been working for seven different organizations,
Oh my God.
working from home, completely remote.
Okay.
That was one of the reasons.
Uh huh.
The second was the most important reason. We were able to get things done, but lot of high priority aspects, decision making was still pending and it took a backseat because of lack of a conducive environment for collaboration.
Collaborations. True. True.
Collaboration can still happen remote, but the environment was not so conducive to meet and greet people over a cup of coffee across
Correct.
the table,
Correct.
shake hands, rub shoulders with them, and arrive at that mutually supportive decision making
Exactly.
process.
Exactly. Correct. Correct.
So
Correct.
that is when organizations shifted their focus from 100% remote
To
to
hybrid.
hybrid.
To hybrid.
Now, the prime intention was to focus on the return on investment and more importantly on the return on relationships,
Okay.
because business thrives as much as it thrives on investments, margins, profits, it thrives on relationships as well.
As well. Okay.
So I have a personal experience. When I used to work remote, I would be able to complete 80 percentage of my tasks,
Okay.
and 20 percentage would still take a back seat or it would be laying back somewhere as a backlog.
Okay.
And that 20 percentage was purely because of lack of opportunities to collaborate.
Okay.
But it had always been 90 plus percentage and above if it is an in-person work structure, collaborating with people. So when we work with people, 1 plus 1 is definitely not 2. It triples the energy that we derive from the other person and then we
Other person.
produce results.
Yeah, but this is also fact, right? When you're sitting at home, you don't have diversions, deviations, and we can work 100%.
Diversions, distractions will not definitely exist when we work remote, alone at home. Decision making gets delayed.
Okay, in that way, yes.
Diverse ideas might not pour in.
Because you're not communicating.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So now the current focus is more to build a collaborative workplace.
Workplace, true, true. So, how to take it to the young people today, saying how to collaborate, how to use. See, what happens in a lot of places. Like the other day, we friends were talking about getting inductions have started, right? So new people are getting inducted, new batches coming in, and they don't know, first of all, they don't know how to conduct themselves. They're fresh out of college,
Correct,
right? So
correct.
in a huge organization, in a place, it becomes very tricky to control, because in college what happens, when everybody's coming over and they say keep quiet, then everybody's quiet, right? There's nobody to say that in an organization when they come in. I don't think an organization will treat.
Never does.
Yeah. So, how this is self imposed, how to tell kids this college to corporate transformation. I don't think any college is also offering this to anybody, saying college to corporate is this transformation, right? And only when they are inducted, probably few corporate says, okay, fine, we have to give this to kids. They don't know, so let us have an induction program and college we get a lot of trainings like that,
Correct,
where we
correct.
do corporate sorry college to corporate transformation, right? So how is that it can be ready-madely taught to the kids, how the kids should imbibe, or how do we tell them this
Okay.
is the right way of conduct?
I would pick one particular word that you used while framing this entire aspect. You consciously used the word transformation. And
Yes.
transformation is not something that happens overnight. It's a continuous process,
Agreed.
and organizations focus more on transformation now. So when an individual moves from campus to corporate, the first step of initiating that transformation is only their induction and onboarding program.
Correct.
And post which, at the time of induction and onboarding, most organizations in the recent years have a special intervention called buddy partnering.
I've heard about it. Buddy partnering.
Right. So someone who would have joined the organization from the similar institution,
Institutions.
or from the similar background of education, or from the similar place of
Some
residence,
similarity.
some similarity, who is 2 years or 3 years experienced in the organization, who knows the organization to an extent, would be partnered or paired with this fresher,
Yeah.
and they would help in cultural assimilation through conversations.
Through
Through
conversations, right?
conversations.
So now that brings me to a question. Why has not any, because you come from hiring HRs, why is that no HR is actually asking colleges to get involved in this and do it? Because, see, previously, when the hiring was there, the preparatory program was there, right? There was like students are expected to come prepared for the exams when they're
Correct.
inducted,
Correct.
right? Same way, a transformation. Why is that it is not proposed to colleges?
Okay. There are a few aspects where organizations would be glad to extend a red carpet welcome to institutions to
Yes,
partner with the corporates to do initiatives.
exactly.
But there are certain aspects where there would be frequent updates, changes, and things that would be happening in the organizations. One such is the business. The evolving business needs would penetrate down to the culture of the company as well, and it would instigate a change positively.
True, true, true.
So at that point of time, the organization will have to adapt that change and also percolate that change to all the employees to the grassroots level.
Correct.
And imagine at the same point, the organization takes steps to educate the colleges as well on those aspects would be tedious for the corporates.
It would be too
And
much.
too much of change from the corporates to colleges on this aspect might be too much for them to consume as well,
For the
for the
students?
students as well
Okay.
as for the faculty of colleges.
Okay. But a third party intervention can be thought through, right?
The third party will know what has to be done, whereas corporates will own what they
Own
do.
what they do. True.
So
Correct.
the impact is better when it comes from the owner.
Yes, that is true. That is true. But as you said, again, there are a lot of changes, there are a lot of stages. Why would they spend time on someone who's going to come in future rather than when there are a lot to do in the corporates? So when I speak to a corporate person, they keep telling me, we have a lot going on inside. This is again comes as an overhead for us and uh, extension of responsibility, right? So in that way, and then when I speak to college owners, chair people, I ask, why don't we do something like that? Why don't we? In fact, last year there was one chairperson who foreseen this and asked me, why don't you do a corporate, because we have got now selected and I want to do a good impression on the company. So why don't you do a corporate to college? And
College
it worked out
transformation.
really well for us as well. We did a good job with them as well. So why is that people are not able to put it in the system and do it?
In the colleges, certain organizations have an initial learning program exclusively designed for the freshers who are fresh out of college.
Okay.
So corporates don't expect any productivity from them in those initial duration.
True.
It may be a month or two or even a quarter for that matter.
True.
In those 3 months, all that we expect from the candidates is stay current in terms of the domain knowledge as well as on the technology that you are getting groomed on, as well as on the organizational culture
Okay.
and the qualities that we expect based on the values of the organization.
Correct.
Now, we do it religiously and we do it with a great impetus because any hire that we onboard for the organization is not our liability.
Okay.
It is the asset that is going to travel with us for a longer time.
Exactly. That is one perception, right?
It
But
is an asset.
true. True.
Whereas in colleges, you prepare students for hiring for their career for
Correct.
multiple organizations.
True.
The focus might get diversified,
Diversified. That is right.
whereas in corporates it's a laser sharp focus.
Focus.
So
True.
there are areas where industry and academia can definitely partner and
Yeah, there
should
is a
definitely
huge
partner.
gap there because there's also one more perception to it. For a college, preparatory for placement is mandatory now,
Mandatory,
right?
correct.
But preparation for corporate is not mandatory because they are selected. Now it is not their
Not
responsibility,
their
right?
responsibility.
And on the other side, for corporate, they are yet to come in.
True,
So
true.
there is a gap. There is a solid 6 to 8 months gap in
Gap.
between their college and onboarding system. At least a 3 months gap. When they get over, say April, May, they get over, and say by July, August, September, they onboard.
They get onboarded.
Yes, so ஒரு 3 to 4 months gap there, and they get on board. Sorry, they get offered say by June, July, July, August, September. They get
They get
offered,
off. Yeah.
right? So it takes almost 1 year for them to get onboarded with the company. So in between, in college head, it is company's responsibility. In company, in their head, probably they already have so much going on. They are future asset. Let them come back and then let them come in and then we will think over, right? So in between, there are few companies who do only after they hire. To them, they do campus connect programs, they do connect
Connect
initiatives and all
initiatives.
that, right? So I feel that that aspect is something as HRs you should also think through.
So what we used to follow is in my previous organization as well as in my current organization is both the candidates who are hired for us or who may be the potential hires,
Hires two different
two different
categories.
categories, who may be the potential hires as well. We offer them longer duration internship opportunities.
Okay. Yeah, internship plays a vital role.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
So those who are already offered, they have the confidence and belief that this is the place where I'm going to work,
Exactly.
and
Yes.
this is an opportunity for me to mark my stronger first impression even before I join my day one as a full-time employee.
Employee.
So they get
Yes.
to understand the people, process, and system of the organization, and they start their day one as a full-time employee. And the potential hires, the potential candidates, they get to understand the corporate culture and the business endeavors even before they start their career,
Correct.
and they get to understand what the company is doing, where is the gap, and what should I focus on so that I become the focus,
True.
and the gap gets reduced. And there
Gap.
are organizations that does this religiously to a greater extent.
True.
And now this is a responsibility on two shoulders. The second is on the college.
Exactly.
The first is on the individual.
Okay. Yeah, because see, giving an internship also has one more thing. A corporate can offer an internship, right? But for the background work for the college, you have to maintain the attendance. Because the kid is still in college, and it's still college responsibility, right? So all those aspects, how to get his academics also cleared, all those things comes. So college is kind of somewhere, the departments, the HODs get burdened because there's again one common platform is very easy. If say 100 people are going to one same company for internship, it's easy, right?
Right.
But say for example 100 people going to at least 50 different companies is a huge work for from a HOD
At the
standpoint.
background, it is
Yes,
a huge work. Now, if this is a problem, definitely there is a scope for innovation to bridge this gap.
exactly. I'm trying to just bring out that aspect that there is a scope of bridging this gap. And if we could correctly bridge this gap, I think the transformation of students from college to corporates, where everybody is making such a hue about it that It is very difficult to handle. We're just setting the right expectations for them. We're just giving them the right goal and the right path to
Path.
channelize.
True, true.
Correct? So that's what was my perspective
Correct.
towards it.
So I used to have this experience where 4 to 5 students from a couple of institutions come to our workplace for internship, and the college used to send us a weekly communication
Huh.
asking us to confirm on the attendance of the students at the
Attendance.
workplace,
Yes.
their conduct at the workplace, what were the opportunities for them to learn, and how have they encashed on the opportunities. And this used to be a weekly recurring activity for us, and we used to do that. And once in a fortnight or in a month, the head of the institution used to visit us,
Wow. Okay.
meet and greet with us, have a handshake with their students, get to hear from them, and we used to have a brief conversation and explore potential opportunities as well as scope
Too
for
much of
too
dedication.
much of dedication. And students from such institutions have shown remarkable performance and deliverables as well. There were with students of this kind and institution of this kind, it would be very difficult for us to differentiate between a full-time employee and an intern. We reached that state. The
Okay.
interns used to assume so much of responsibility,
Responsibility.
and they used to nudge my team members stating that today is the deadline, tomorrow we have to do this, so shall we focus on this today.
Wow. Okay.
So we have had those kind of individuals because of the approach taken by the institutions.
Institutions. That's what I'm saying. So we have to somewhere bring corporates and colleges
Colleges
so that this gap is bridged.
bridged.
So we cannot just stop with placing them. We have to take it one step forward, where they also are transformed from college
Correct.
to corporate. Yeah. So having said that, we have spoken about so much about hiring challenges and all that. So what would be one advice if you have to give to the students to prepare themselves for what is coming to them for 2026 batch particularly?
Okay.
Now that we are getting into hiring seasons, so what is it?
Students have their area of interest, area of passion, and they want to focus more on that, which is all right. Now, as I told you initially as part of the discussion, there would be various types of personalities: dash shaped, I shaped, T shaped, and pi shaped is the evolving and upcoming need that is in place. Be a specialist on one aspect and diversify your knowledge in everything that you could do. Do not limit it. At the same time, be more flexible and open enough to accept anything that comes your way. Be an open bowl to receive knowledge from whoever it happens. So that
That's
is one aspect that I would say.
nice. Yeah. I hope students are getting lot from this, because, as I said, coming up season, after seeing 3 4 years of down, just hoping, fingers crossed, that upcoming year is going to be little better comparatively for hiring particularly.
It will definitely be because one problem that many quote is the nation is facing a huge problem in terms of unemployment.
True.
It is not unemployment, it is unemployability.
Okay. That's again a perception.
Correct. So be a jack of many and a master of more than one.
More than one.
That bridges the gap between the candidate and the quotient of unemployability, and you land at the right opportunity.
Right opportunity. That's great, right? Okay, I just hope that students take this advice and work on that for 2026 batch particularly. And thank you so much, Selva, for all the time.
My pleasure. My
Yeah.
pleasure. The feeling is mutual for having had this wonderful conversation with you.